Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Manandu Paralia, and today I'm going to give a small presentation of service marketing plan of Monash University. To start with a brief introduction, I'm an international full-time student of Cambridge International College, and I also work as an education and migration agent, and we are based in Melbourne. Today, I'm gonna give a presentation on Monash University's service marketing plan. To start with an introduction of the university, which doesn't need any introduction, but still, Monash is one of the G8 universities, which is one of the highly ranked universities in Australia, following after the University of Melbourne. To start with the overview evaluation of the university, if you see, this university provides various courses. It offers various courses on campus and online as well. So the courses which are in high demand across the world, you can easily get it in at Monash University. To start with, there are 7 P's which we have to focus on. So the first P is product, where I'll be giving you my recommendation that where exactly it needs to be changed. Now, if you see, product is basically the market mix of intangible things, which are offered by the university. The courses like um, the courses offered by the universities are like in high demand, which is education sector or business sector or telecom IT sector or engineering sector, teaching sector, all sort of courses. The This university offers most of the courses which are actually to be studied by most of the students in Australia and coming from the globe across the globe. So there is no much recommendation to be given in this university, but yes, there is one course which I have found out which is not offered by this university is the hospitality related courses. Hospitality and tourism, if you see, Australia is mainly dependent on the hospitality sector. If you see that, if you just go out in the city in Melbourne, I mean it's a beautiful place, and if you see, there are a lot of hotels and restaurants and cafes on the street where you can just go and have a coffee and just have your breakfast to give a head start to your amazing day. So that is one of the of course which is not available in Monash University. The next point I would like to go is the next point I would like to go is the place. If you see, there are various campuses. I mean, Monash has most number of campuses in the outer suburb where they can utilize the space, and they can offer these courses with all ease to all the students. One The main campus is based in Clayton. They also have a campus in Cofield. They have a campus in City as well. So if you see, Monash is highly spread, and as well as, like, even after having this many campuses, they offer some online courses as well, where students don't have to go to the university in campus physically, and they can just sit at home and they can do all this work the way right now I'm giving the presentation. So this is one good thing about Monash University, though this option is not available for most of the international students who are studying who have taken the full-time load, and who are obliged to take the full-time load. So yeah, I mean, if this option gets open for the international students as well as the students who are sitting in their own home country, even they can get the benefit of the Monash University. So that is another recommendation of the place on the place of Monash University, that if this course is provided online to the students who are sitting offshore, it will be way more easier to grab the attention of the university, which will lead in terms of promotion as well, which is my next P, the third P. Um, in terms of promotion, of course, the university needs no promotion, as I said that it is one of the highly reputed university, and not everyone can come and study in this university. But still, after looking into that, if you see the promotions, Monash is one university which not doesn't provide that many of the scholarships. There are hardly one or two scholarships which are not open to all the students, which are they're mainly open to the students who are coming from a specific region of the globe. So what I would suggest is Monash should definitely focus on the globe, focus on the region or on the country from where they are getting the less number of students, and the students are very genuine, and they can get more number of students from there. So Of course, what I would suggest is Sri Lanka is one of the hot favorite destination right now, where most of the another level one universities are getting students from, mainly Deakin University or Almighty University. If you see the major number of students coming from offshore is from Sri Lanka. So yeah, if the recommendation on the promotion part, if I would like to give the recommendation, of course, the scholarship program, if they can run in a country like Sri Lanka or Nepal, maybe yeah, they can actually get good number of students from there as well. And the students coming from there are pretty much genuine, and they are very skilled as well. They don't have many resources in their home country, but if they are given good exposure by a university like Monash, of course they will endeavor their future in a very nice way. So this is one thing, if they can work on the promotion, it's gonna be good for the university. When we talk about the promotion, as I said, the scholarship, that will automatically again lead us to the pricing, which is my fourth P. Now, coming to the fourth P, pricing, of course, I would again like to repeat that being one of the most high rated university, pricing is of course going to be high. But if in case they decide to run the promotions in such countries like, as I mentioned earlier, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and China and all. China, of course, they have many students, but Sri Lanka, Nepal, Korea. So these are the places where if they run this promotion, prices will automatically come down, and that will again give them an advantage in bringing more number of students and generating more revenue, as well as the level of education will be maintained in a nicer way, and the university themselves will also get a bit more exposure. So of course, the pricing will definitely be considered lower if the scholarship programs are run. When the prices are lower, uh, that really coming to the fifth part, sorry, coming to the fifth part, the people services. When it comes to the people services, it is considered as a student support, the on-campus support. If any students are suffering from any stress or any frustration, because most of the students who comes and studies in a university like Monash, especially from offshore, from their home country, and if they're coming out for the first time, they really need someone who can just go and support them a bit more nicer, and a bit more better way, in a bit more supportive way. So people services, if you see, Monash is one of the finest student services, no doubt in that. They have got various unions like Malaysian Union, Singaporean Union. They have got Indian Union. So there are various unions which are working in support of international student. But still, the I've been talking to a lot of students, because that's a part of my job, and I've heard this one disadvantage of student support, that is from the teaching staff. Sometimes, being this high rated university, if students are not happy with this teaching staff, and if they are not feeling supportive from the teaching staff, that is one of the disadvantage of the university. Because after working so hard, if the students are not getting the proper results, then it's a teacher as well who has to come and guide the student in a nicer way, so that he can just work on that weak point, and he can just come up with the positive exposure. So that is one thing. So people services, that is something what I've heard and what I have gone through most of the comments and all section on their Facebook page as well. So the recommendation is, again, yeah, so teaching staff has to be a bit more supportive and friendly. Coming to the sixth point, that is process. Now, process, if you see, so the process of entering into Monash University, they have got the interview rounds, they have got the strict admission policies, they've got the high level of English requirement, eligibility requirements, so which is one of the very strongest point. But I've seen some students coming into the university to study some courses without submitting any English score report. So this is one weak point of this big university, that they are accepting the students without the English certificate. That, for example, IELTS or PTE or TOEFL or all this English exams, they are accepting the students without the certificates, which they should not, because sometimes you never know how what is the level of the student's English. They say that okay, they are taking the interview, and from the interview they can assume that okay, yeah, the student's good, but you never know that on the other side of the phone who's sitting and how he's speaking. So that is one thing, which is a weak point of the university in terms of processing. In terms of the academic side, if you see, the service is pretty good. They issue the results, they check the papers fast, and they issue the results very fast. So that is one good thing. uh, there is no other disadvantage which I think from my side that the university should work on, so that they can improve on that. So the coming to the seventh point, which is a physical evidence. If you see about the physical evidence, I mean, of course, the students who has chosen to study the online course at Monash University, there is no requirement of the physical evidence. But the students who are going to campus physically and going to study there, to learn something in reality. So this physical presence, this physical presence is always required from the teaching staff as well as the admin staff as well. So they should not feel that okay, there is no one on the campus. But I've never came across any of the complaints. So I would say, um, physical evidence of physical presence of the staff as well as the students as well as the lectures, academic part, has been amazing. So there is no recommendation to be given on the physical part. Coming to the next